It's an astonishing fact, but nearly 1 in 3 people around the world has a condition called fatty liver disease. The official name has recently been updated to Metabolic Dysfunction-Associated Steatotic Liver Disease, or MASLD for short. This name change helps us understand that it is closely linked to our overall metabolic health, things like our weight, blood sugar, and blood pressure. It happens when too much fat builds up inside your liver cells. A little bit of fat in the liver is perfectly normal, but when it makes up more than 5% of the liver's weight, it becomes a problem. This buildup often happens silently, without any obvious symptoms in the early stages, which is why it has become a hidden epidemic. Many people are completely unaware they have it. The condition is often discovered by chance during a routine blood test or an ultrasound for something else entirely. It's not caused by drinking too much alcohol, which is a common misconception. Instead, it's strongly tied to our modern lifestyles. Things like being overweight or obese, having type 2 diabetes, or high cholesterol dramatically increase your risk. As our diets have become richer in processed foods, sugar, and unhealthy fats, our livers have started to struggle. They are simply overwhelmed and begin storing this excess energy as fat droplets, leading to this widespread condition. Now, you might be thinking, what's the big deal about a bit of fat? Well, for a long time, doctors thought it was relatively harmless. But we now know that's not the case. For many people, the fat just sits there. But for about a quarter of those with MASLD, the liver becomes inflamed and damaged. This more serious form is called MASH, or Metabolic Dysfunction-Associated Steatohepatitis. This inflammation can lead to scarring of the liver, a condition known as fibrosis. Over many years, this scarring can become severe and turn into cirrhosis, where the liver stops working properly. The dangers don't stop at the liver, which is what makes this condition so concerning. MASLD is a powerful warning sign for your entire body, particularly your heart. People with fatty liver disease are at a much higher risk of developing serious cardiovascular problems like heart attacks and strokes. In fact, heart disease is the leading cause of death in people with MASLD, even more so than liver failure. The fatty liver releases substances that promote inflammation and insulin resistance throughout the body, which can damage your blood vessels and put a tremendous strain on your heart. It's a whole body problem that starts silently in the liver. For years, the main advice for tackling fatty liver disease has been lifestyle change, lose weight, eat a healthier diet, and get more exercise. While this is incredibly effective, it can be very difficult for people to stick to. There has been a desperate search for a medication that can help. Now, exciting new research from the University of Barcelona offers a glimmer of hope. Scientists have discovered that 2 existing drugs, which are already used to treat other common conditions, could be repurposed to fight fatty liver. This is a fantastic development because we already know these drugs are safe for people to use. The 2 drugs in question are named pemafibrate and telmisartan. You might not have heard of them, but they are quite commonly prescribed. Pemafibrate is a drug used to manage cholesterol levels. Specifically, it's very good at lowering a type of fat in the blood called triglycerides and raising levels of good HDL cholesterol. It works by activating a special protein in our cells that helps control how we process fats. By doing this, it helps clear excess fat from the bloodstream, which is why doctors use it to help protect the heart. It's a modern and very specific type of medication from a class of drugs called fibrates. The other drug, telmisartan, is also a very familiar medication for doctors. It is mainly used to treat high blood pressure. It works by blocking a hormone that causes blood vessels to narrow, which helps them relax and allows blood to flow more easily, lowering blood pressure. But telmisartan has other interesting effects. We now know it can also reduce inflammation and improve how our bodies respond to insulin. Since inflammation and insulin resistance are key problems in fatty liver disease, scientists wondered if this drug could offer benefits beyond just controlling blood pressure. It's a versatile drug with a good safety record. The real breakthrough came when researchers decided to see what would happen if they used these 2 drugs together. They had a theory that combining them could create a powerful two-pronged attack against fatty liver. They suspected that because the drugs work on different aspects of our metabolism, their combined effect might be much greater than using either one on its own. This idea of drug synergy, where 1 + 1 = 3, is a very exciting area of medical research. It means we might be able to treat complex diseases more effectively by combining existing safe medications in clever new ways. To test their theory, the scientists at the University of Barcelona set up a series of careful experiments. They didn't test the drugs on people just yet. Instead, they used animal models that are very good for studying metabolic diseases. They took laboratory rats and fed them a special high-fat, high-sugar diet that was designed to make them develop fatty liver disease, just like humans do. They also used tiny zebrafish larvae, which are useful because they are transparent, allowing scientists to literally see the fat building up in their organs. These models allow for detailed and rapid investigation before moving on to human trials. The results were quite remarkable. When the researchers gave the rats either pemafibrate alone or telmisartan alone, they saw some improvement. The drugs did help reduce the amount of fat in the liver to some extent. However, when they gave the rats a combination of both drugs, the effect was dramatic. The combination therapy was far more powerful, completely reversing the fat accumulation in the liver. The livers of the rats that received both drugs looked healthy again. They saw similar impressive results in the zebrafish, where the combination treatment effectively cleared the fat deposits from their tiny livers. So why does this combination work so well? It's because the two drugs target the problem from different angles. They act on different pathways in the body. As we know, pemafibrate activates a protein that revs up fat-burning processes inside our cells. Think of it as pressing the accelerator on your body's ability to get rid of fat. Telmisartan, on the other hand, works differently. It helps to reduce inflammation and improves insulin sensitivity. This is like fixing the brakes and steering, ensuring the whole system runs more smoothly and doesn't get damaged by the side effects of a poor metabolism. During their investigation, the researchers uncovered something entirely new and very important. They found that the drug combination activates a key protein in the liver called PCK1. This protein was previously thought to be mainly involved in making glucose, or sugar. However, this study revealed it has another crucial job. It helps to break down fatty acids, the building blocks of fat. It does this by kickstarting a process called fatty acid oxidation. This was a complete surprise. It changes our understanding of how the liver manages fat, showing that PCK1 is a major player in burning fat for energy, not just in making sugar. This discovery is incredibly promising, but it's important to keep our feet on the ground. We must remember that all of these fantastic results have come from studies in rats and zebrafish. Animals are a crucial first step in medical research, but they are not people. What works perfectly in a laboratory rat doesn't always work in the same way for humans. Our bodies are far more complex, and diseases can behave differently. Therefore, we cannot simply start giving this drug combination to patients with fatty liver disease just yet. The next essential step is to prove that it is both safe and effective in people. Before this treatment can be recommended, it needs to go through rigorous clinical trials. These are carefully designed studies involving human volunteers. Researchers will start with small safety trials to find the right dosage and check for any unexpected side effects. If that goes well, they will move on to larger trials with hundreds or even thousands of patients. In these trials, some patients will receive the drug combination, while others will receive a placebo or a dummy pill. This will allow scientists to see if the treatment truly works better than doing nothing at all, and to confirm that the benefits outweigh any potential risks. Even with these hurdles, the findings from this study are a huge step forward. For a long time, we have had very few tools to directly fight fatty liver disease, other than telling people to change their lifestyle. Discovering that two existing, well-understood drugs can work together to reverse liver fat is a major breakthrough. Because these drugs are already approved and have been used for years, the path to getting them approved for this new purpose could be much faster and cheaper than developing a brand new drug from scratch. This could save years of research and millions of pounds. Ultimately, this research provides a powerful message of hope for the millions of people living with fatty liver disease. It suggests that a simple, effective pill could one day be available to help them protect their livers and their hearts. This treatment wouldn't be a replacement for a healthy lifestyle, but it could be a vital tool to help those who are struggling. It offers the exciting possibility of a future where we can finally turn the tide on this silent epidemic, preventing its progression to serious liver and heart disease and helping people live longer, healthier lives. The future for treating MASLD looks brighter than ever.